Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this session today. Okay, my name is Lisa. Okay, thank you for joining us. This is a Young Marine Biologist Week, and today is our last session for this week. So, this event is organized on the behalf of the Marine Conservation Group of the Nature Society, also known as NSS. So, Nature Society is a non-government, non-profit organization dedicated to the appreciation, conservation, study and enjoyment of the natural heritage in Singapore, Malaysia, and the surrounding region. So the Young Marine Biologist talk sessions are happening or was happening until today from the 14th to the 18th of December, today being the last session, making completing this whole series of talk. So each day, a panel of 6 young marine enthusiasts aged 6 years old to 14 years old would be sharing passionately about the marine animal they love together with a marine expert. So our topic for today is sea turtles. I know a lot of kids love sea turtle, me too. Okay, we are so pleased to have on board a very good friend of mine, Ko Guang Xiong from, yes, okay, so now you can take a look. Okay, now, Guang Xiong, let me introduce Guang Xiong. Okay, so uh, I have known Guang Xiong for many years, so very privileged to actually also get the chance to work with him. So from mangrove restoration, comprehensive marine biodiversity survey to the development of Sister Islands Marine Park, Guang Xiong leads keystone conservation initiative of the National Park Board. So staying guided with conservation of the species at heart. He stands firm to building local capacity, infrastructures, and practices that are best for the sea turtle. So Guangzhou loves sea turtles just like us. So where sea turtles nesting seemed to be an incidental event in the past, okay, last time, okay, because we really don't know that sea turtle actually come on shore. Okay, so his small team of 3 officers has determined the local peak nesting season, usually from the June to September, okay, following the establishment of Singapore's first and only turtle hatchery in 2018. So in a short span of 2 years, they set up everything. That was really amazing. So apart from the routine census established to look at our local turtle population and their hatchling, so he continued to observe, learn in detail their every aspect in order to provide the most informed insight that may have an impact on their survival in the wild. So I have the pleasure and privilege to help and work together with Guang Xiong and his colleagues on our local turtle conservation project. So he will also be sharing some of the work I'm involved as a volunteer later. All right, so next, I am going to introduce our 6 very awesome turtle lovings young panelists for today. Okay, first we will have Tristan Stan. Tristan, wave. Tristan, yeah, wave. Okay, that is Tristan. Tristan is 12 years old from Yumin Primary School. So Tristan hobby, playing water polo and Muay Thai. Wow, don't play, Muay Thai. So Kung Fu. Okay, so he is also interested in biology and animals. He has been interested in marine life since young and found that that the first marine creature on Earth existed 588 million years ago. So he has been curious about this creature behavioral and structural adaptation, and he wants to learn the science behind their specific adaptation. Okay, so Tristan loves science. Okay, next we have Hector Lim. Hector, wave. Okay, hi Hector. Okay, Hector, also 12 years old from Catholic High Primary School. So Hector's hobby is playing basketball, and he is actually playing it competitively for his school. And he will be playing for ACSI next year because as he goes to step 1 next year. So he enjoys doing the sport with his good friends. So Hector has grown up loving marine life, such as fishes, including sharks and turtles. So he grew up watching cartoon Finding Nemo, and that was when his interest in marine animals was piqued. So he finds marine life fascinating, and marine mammals are unique. To him, learning more about them is a joy, and he watches documentaries to boost his knowledge. Very good. And third, we have Eugene Lai. Eugene is our youngest panelist today, 7 years old from Yuning Primary School. So Eugene's hobbies are reading, drawing, creating his own comic books. Amazing. So he loves to read and watch video about science, even though he has not started science as a subject in school yet. Okay, primary 3, Eugene primary 3, wait, you are only primary 1 going primary 2. So now, he loves science adventures, and science and Young Scientists are his 2 favorite science magazines. So he thinks that a scientist does not earn as much money as a banker, but he still aspires to be a scientist. Okay, so he learns that only 5% of the ocean has been discovered. So Eugene finds marine life interesting and is fascinated by some of the adaptation and ability. So he believes marine animals are useful for humans. They can be food and medicine for us. Yes. Okay, next we have Joey Chua. Joey is 8 years old from Fairfield Methodist Primary School. So Joey loves to dance. She also enjoys nature and sea-related activities. So she often goes snorkeling and intertidal walks with her family. So sometimes she joins her mother, who is also a volunteer, on intertidal survey conducted by NPARKS. So his family go for island trip every year, okay, except this year. Okay. Then she said, except this year. Her favorite islands are Sister Island, Pulau Rawa, and Pulau Tioman. So the later 2 are actually in Malaysia. So she enjoyed learning about marine animals and their habitats. Joey thinks marine animals are important to us. We need to protect and conserve them. So she loves marine life and she thinks they are cute and fascinating. Okay, next, our second last is Tara John. Tara, wave. Okay, Tara is 11 years old from Marymount Convent School. So Tara loves art and creating her own small artwork. This year, she made her own calendar instead of buying one. So you have a calendar for 2021, is it? Very nice. Okay, I also want one. She also enjoys painting using watercolor. She feels that working on an art piece is fun and help her to relieve stress. Okay, so she's interested in marine life because it is a source of inspiration for her art. Wow, amazing. Now, she feels that marine life is precious and humans are hurting them and want to save them. She believes that if humans stop polluting the water, it will help the animal live better so that the future generation like herself, can see the wonderful marine life and enjoy them. And last but not least, we have Elijah. Elijah Wave. Elijah is 9 years old from Union Primary School. Elijah thinks marine animals are mysterious and there are so much more out there to explore and discover. So he particularly interested in sharks because their skeletons are made of cartilage. So he found that sharks have ruled the ocean more than twice as long as the dinosaurs have ruled the land. So Elijah loved KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And one of his most memorable places that he had visited is the Universal Studio Japan on his 8th birthday. So he has an enjoyable day experiencing the rides and performing spell at Harry Potter Park. All right, so so now these are our 6 panelists, and I will hand over the time to Guangxiong now to start the panel discussion. Over to you, Guangxiong. Thank you.
Okay, can everybody hear me? You just need to nod your head. Okay, can. Okay, thanks for having me here to moderate this session and let everybody learn more about sea turtles lah. Okay, so I will start sharing screen now. Okay, can y'all see that? Okay.
Yep, yes, we can.
Okay, good. Okay, so today I'm not gonna dwell into turtles and their biology or what. I will just uh, give you all an insight about how our local scene has progressively come to terms with having sea turtles nesting in Singapore, and then we are able to put in some efforts to conserve the endangered species. Okay. So I'll give you a short preview about the turtle hatchery we have at Sisters Islands, and I'll probably tell you more about what you can do as a public visitor to our parks, especially East Coast Park, which is very accessible to everyone. And through your visit, if you happen to see a sea turtle, what should you do? And then and other efforts to conserve the sea turtles in Singapore that we are actually embarking on. Okay, we have our first turtle hatchery that was opened in September 2018. Yeah, you look at the picture here, you see this this little house here. It's like a workstation for the volunteers to stay over during the night to basically have a chance to encounter turtles. But these opportunities are mainly for regular volunteers. That means volunteers like Lisa who relentlessly nights and nights helping us go through patrols, don't sleep lah. Basically, she doesn't sleep at night for that period. So yeah, they will join us in this stay over at the Small Sisters Islands, which is Small Sisters is out of bounds to public. Okay. Yeah. So what do we do at the hatchery? Sisters Islands are known to have turtles nesting on our beaches, on the sisters beaches. So the staying over will basically allow volunteers to have a chance to save the eggs first. Why? Because both islands have a lot of monitor lizards. They will eat the eggs up. So it gives us a better chance lah to have a closer encounter, yet meaningful one with the turtles. So you can see here in the turtle hatchery, we have cages and we have cameras to look at the hatchlings, and we will be able to know when they hatch and emerge. And we also have programs and applications. And now everything is app, right? So we also have applications to identify each individual turtles by looking at their scales patterns. Scales are the scales on the turtles, and then yeah, it is very precise. They can identify individual every individual one of them. So what happens when you see a turtle on shore? The first thing is you need to know is turtles do not like lights. So actually they will go to a very dim or shaded where there's no light, a beach where there's no light to basically nest. So if you chance upon them while you're walking on the beach, then the first thing you want to do is, hey, mommy, daddy, there's turtle. Then next thing is, oh, I want to take a clearer look at them. Then you'll shine your light on it. Oh, then the next thing is, then the mother turtle will tell you bye, because yeah, they will really get very disturbed by the light, and they will turn back and they will not lay their eggs. So what you need to do is make sure there's no light around. Even people are alerted, right? Tell them don't flash lights at the turtle. and then keep a distance very far as possible away from the turtle, and then call the NPARKS hotline. Yeah, and then we will be attending to the hatchling, the nesting moms, so that we can protect her eggs and stuff. Okay, so the next thing is, if you see hatchlings, they're crawling all over the floor at East Coast Park, and what do you do? Yeah, we usually would quickly, you know, help them or guide them away from the main footpath where the cyclists may ram them up. So most importantly is, yeah, because it's an emergency, you can actually pick the hatchlings up and then put them all together in maybe a container or any confinement that you can find with you lah. Or then call NPARKS. Okay. Okay, so what do we do when we when you call NPARKS, right? So our officers who are on standby 24/7 during that period, Lisa mentioned about the nesting period to be June to September. That particular period, right, is the peak. That means many of these turtles will come up and nest, and hence we will stand by. We receive the call, we'll go down already. Yeah, very fast one, half an hour will reach already. So so yeah, this is some of the things. Okay, you see this picture here, it is actually Colin who dug out a nest because a public found hatchlings. Then they guided the hatchlings to the water. Then we will still go down because we need to know how many are still left over, in case they get stuck or what. We need to help them out of the nest. Okay, then sorry. Oops. Yeah, so the public who encounter them, will also have a chance to, you know, help guide the turtle. You see, why are we shining light here is because we're using the light to guide the hatchlings down to the water. Okay, okay, that's just a short clip. Yeah, so why the turtles are disturbed by light is because the hatchlings actually go towards the light source, which is usually the skyline. Even at night, you can see the skyline, the brighter part. That's where they will head towards. Okay. So this is another encounter where where the turtle is still laying her eggs when we reach there. So we get to see, yeah, the process. Just to take note, turtles don't like light, right? But you see that there's light shining behind the turtle. This is when the turtle has started laying eggs. Then when she's committed to laying eggs already, that means she started laying. It's like diarrhea. It cannot stop. Blah blah blah. Then all the eggs will start falling out from her, yeah, from her body lah. Okay, then that is the time where you can shine light, but at the back. That means she shouldn't be able to see it that clearly. Okay. Okay, so next thing, this year we also embark on a new project, which is to track the turtles. We want to see where the turtles go to after they have laid their eggs, batches of eggs, and then we would be able to monitor them for until the next season, probably 2 or 3 years later, and see whether they really come back to our beach again to nest. Okay. Okay, so volunteers are involved in all aspects of such works. Here we have Lisa who help us in the beach patrol, and when we find potential nests and stuff, we will actually assess the site and then see whether we need to shift the nest or not. So in many cases, when we don't know when the eggs are laid, right, we cannot shift the nest until 2-3 weeks later. Okay, it's because when an egg is laid, the egg yolk will stick to the membrane of the shell. So when you take out an egg, right, and you turn it, there's vibration, right, you actually tear the egg yolk. Then even after 60 days of incubation, you won't be able to see hatchlings after that. So this is the risk that, you know, when people find nests, they try to help. Many people try to help, but they do not know that they actually killed the embryo in the process. Yeah, so it's better to call us, and we will do the necessary responses to this nest. And of course, we keep visitors, the responders who has called us, and you know, let them have a chance to participate in this this very miraculous moment where you see the little ones crawling all the way down. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Lisa also help out in our hatchery. There was a prime minister visit where he just wanted to, you know, look at, you know, some of the nature conservation programs in Singapore, and happened to arrange for a date that he's free, and we also have a date where there's hatchlings. Then we showed him how we administer the entire process. Yeah, and that's where the hatchlings are released. So before they are released, they are also actually measured to look at whether they are healthy, and whether do they have their shell formation is integral for release. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have. So now it's your turn to tell me more about what you have learned from your own reading so far. So can anybody tell me about, okay, how many species of turtles are there in the world? Let me see. Oh, okay. Tara first. Tara, you're saying?
7 sea turtle. There's 7 different species of sea turtles.
Okay. 7. Okay. Can you name one?
There's leatherback. Then there's
Leatherback.
loggerhead.
Okay. Sorry.
Flatback, hawksbill, olive ridley, Kemp's ridley, and
Green turtle.
oh yeah, green.
Great. Oh, wow. 7.7. Good, very good. Okay. Just to add, leatherback is not a hard shell turtle. It's a soft, it's a soft shell. That's why it's
It has
called
a
a
soft
leather.
rubbery shell.
Sorry.
It has a soft rubbery shell.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, okay. So okay. So yeah, probably someone would want to tell me about uh how what what do they actually feed on? Anybody? Elijah? Elijah?
So it depends on the species, because some of them are omnivorous, some of them are omnivorous, some
Carnivorous?
are carnivorous, omnivorous, herbivorous,
Herbivorous? Uh-huh.
and
What? Spongivorous, is it? Some eat sponge, so it's spongivorous.
Angletianvorous.
Okay. Oh, very chim, very chim. You want to explain what is anglectivorous?
Meaning they only eat invertebrates like jellyfish and sea squirts.
Yeah, okay, good. So basically it is cnidarians and those animals that has gelatinous body. Okay. Okay, good, very good. Okay. We let one Koko. Okay, Tristan and Hector, who is older? Both 12 years old, right? Uh birthday, which one?
January.
February.
Oh, okay, the older one, Tristan, right? Tristan. So you want to share with me anything about you take the lead, you share anything about what you have researched so far on turtles. I leave it open to you, and you can start the ball rolling lah.
Overseas, in other countries, they have taken actions to help the sea turtles. In overseas, entanglement in fishing nets and lines is among the greatest threats to sea turtles worldwide, with hundreds of thousands of sea turtles unintentionally caught by commercial fishing vessels every year. Research indicates that turtles rely on visual cues when foraging for food. By illuminating fishing nets, scientists have been able to deter turtles and other species from approaching and becoming entangled, decreasing bycatch by 60 to 95% without reducing the overall harvest. When fishers have to cut bycatch free from their nets, it costs them time and money. The design offsets the cost of conventional buoys, making it particularly cost effective.
Okay, Ken. Where you get the information from? It sounds very familiar. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What Tristan is actually talking about is the threats. One of the threats of the sea turtles face. It is more on how entanglement or turtles swimming into fishing nets and ended up as a bycatch would be actually quite damaging to both the fishermen and their nets. Okay, so basically at the end of the day, there were innovations where it helped fishermen to develop or create nets that that allows turtles to be turtles that are caught be safe in the net, and then while they harvest it, they can easily release the turtles so that they don't get caught up in the mess and stuff. So these are ways that we can do for our farming methods that will not endanger the life of a sea turtle. Okay, so Hector, next one. So do you have anything more to share about the threats of sea turtles? Or what other topic would you want to share?
I would want to talk about how sea turtles use Earth's magnetic field to navigate. So
okay, great. Now this is interesting. Yep.
Sea turtles have particles of magnetite in their brains. The magnetite is what allows them to imprint the unique magnetic signals on the beaches that they were born on. Then they will be able to return to the beach when they mature to reproduce and continue the life cycle after they leave. So
that's all?
Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Okay, Ken. No, sorry for what? Don't need to be sorry. Yeah, that's all. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So, one thing what Hector has mentioned is correct. Okay. The magnetic particles that are present in their head, right? Is actually hypothesized means basically assume so because of certain logic deduction that they have the magnetic particles help them to orientate themselves like a compass. Then when they when they first emerge and then run down the beach, they actually do imprinting. So they get a sensing of the magnetic field in the area and help them recognize the place, so that after they reach maturity, the females will actually come back to the same beach to nest. Okay, this phenomenon is is a is a is the truth lah. It cannot be debuted by any way, because this observation has been proven to be true. For the magnetic field to in order for them to navigate back, right, it is something that is very physical to be proven. So for in the scientific field, we actually have groups of people who think so, and there are a small group of people who doesn't think so, that the magnetic particles in the mind, in the brain of the hatchlings does play a part in uh, in their navigation back to their home ground after uh, 29 years of surviving in the wild. Okay, so yeah, it is other than just being able to navigate back to the original place, actually the imprinting. Anybody has anything else to talk about regarding imprinting? Anybody would want to feel yeah, Hector's point on imprinting? Somebody? Anybody? Anybody has more to say? No? Okay, Elijah, yes? Elijah? Yeah?
Yeah. So, what? Okay,
Awa.
the the mag a magnetic compass sense allows sea turtle to determine and maintain a specific magnetic heading or orientation. These magnetic sensors are thought to be inherent as hatchling sea turtles in the direction that would keep them on course when exposed to a magnetic field signatures of various locations along their species migratory routes.
Okay. Okay, so it's an elaboration lah on how sea turtle actually picks up the magnetic geopositioning along the way. Yeah, they go by sensing the magnetic field and along the way when they migrate. Actually, they didn't really migrate lah, in the sense that they try to swim away from their home ground. It's just that because sea turtles are small and they actually float most of the time, and then they get carried by the currents and then they drift to somewhere else. Then at that time, by then they already reached somewhere very far away. But the miraculous thing is they can navigate back, yeah, to the original nesting ground. For females, for males, they don't really they don't not been evident to do that, that they will go back to their nesting ground, because the males don't lay eggs, right? They don't need to go back to the nesting ground. So that's something about navigating back to its home ground. Okay, imprinting, there's another part to it. Imprinting is not just about going back to your having a memory to go back to where you came from, but more of what they touch, what they see, what they feel are also part of their memory. Okay, there were studies that showed that, when hatchling go into a polluted water filled with some heavy metals, they actually get acclimatized to that type of water, that type of polluted water. And when they later are being put into a fresh sea water, and then and then there were two pools of water. One is the normal fresh water, and the other one is the heavy metal water, right? They actually swim towards the heavy metal water. Yeah, the water that's polluted with heavy metals. So it signifies that hatchlings are also, you know, by the touch, by the sensing of with other sensors, do also capture cues, such cues during imprinting, and it is bad for hatchlings to learn that, oh, actually I need to go back to that polluted water there to lay my eggs next time. That would be so funny. Okay, so that is another thing about imprinting. Okay, so okay, just now we talked about yeah, the females coming back to nest. Tell me, how is the gender of the hatchling been determined to be determined at what determines the gender of the hatchlings? Anybody? Okay, I want the quiet ones. Eugene, do you know? Eugene, hello. Don't know, huh?
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, who knows? Tara. Zoe, sorry. Zoe, you want to try?
Yeah, the temperature is
The warmer temperature is a female and the cooler temperature is male.
Yes, correct. So so I always tell my participant is guys are cool, girls are hot. Okay, so you remember this, you know already. Okay, so not say hot means a very hot temperature, then it will become girls. There's a threshold for everything. That means there's a limit. For us to for eggs to be turned female, it will be above 29.5 degrees, 29.5 above. So the threshold is 40 degrees. Yeah. So the not 29. Yeah. So basically there's a threshold for both the lower temperature and the higher temperature lah. Then the pivotal point is 29 point something. Yeah. For most turtles, for most species of turtles. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Eugene, you want to share with us something that you have you have read up about the turtles? Yeah. And yeah.
Leatherback sea turtle have existed in their current form since the age of the dinosaurs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
These creatures are an unsafe food such as toxins, heavy metals, and other environmental
Contaminant.
A turtle meal could quickly come back who hunt a person with drastic consequences requiring immediate medical attention.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I think what you're trying to say is, okay, first part of it is yeah, they existed way during the dinosaur ages. Yep. Okay, but there are bigger turtles, not so small, and yeah, those are the past. And we have evolution that seems to tell us that, you know, yeah, turtles are actually probably from land, because they actually lay their eggs on land and then go into the sea. Yeah, so this is some of the postulations, some of the deductions that evolution scientists makes. Anyways, there are also beliefs that you know, nothing is about evolution. So let's yeah, let the past be something for the evolutionists to go and look at it. So what we need to do now is to be present and to conserve what we have now. We know that they're going extinct already, so we have to protect the current environment for, yeah, for the turtles. Not only the turtles, there are other animals that are part of the ecosystem. Okay. Okay, so Zoe, do you have anything you want to share about turtles?
All the turtles, all the 7 species are listed as endangered by IUCN.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's all?
And I read that the green sea turtles, their fats and cartilage are green because they eat a lot of seaweed and seagrass that causes their fats to
Turn green. Yeah.
What?
Correct. Okay. Yeah. So okay. It is correct that, yeah, it is as such. Okay. One thing I would say is for green turtles, when they are juvenile, when they are young, right? Elijah, you hold on for a while, huh? Okay. For green turtles, right? When they are young, they actually eat other a variety of food, the gelatinous stuff, sponge, and things like that. Then after that, they slowly grow out of it, and then they actually they actually get how to say, they actually move towards seagrass diet. Yeah. Then in the end become a vegetarian. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Elijah. Elijah, just now you want to say something? Yeah, just now you want to say something?
The greatest threat is human beings, as human beings use lots of plastic, and sea turtle mistake plastic as jellyfish. Research suggests that 52% of the world's turtles have eaten plastic waste. All sea turtle species are at risk from plastic.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that is not uh not a very conclusive view, because eating plastic doesn't mean that it will eventually cause the death of a turtle. Because okay, yeah, like they say 52% of the turtle population actually has eaten plastic before. Okay, fair enough. It does not say that 52% of them also died consuming plastic. Okay, so for plastics, right, the thing is, okay, depending on the diet of the turtle, it only affects the leatherbacks more, and the loggerheads, because they are actually the ones that are eating more of the jellyfish and yeah, other stinging cnidarians that that resembles plastic. Okay, so and in this case, it becomes very uh, uh, it becomes detrimental to the health of the leatherbacks or the loggerheads if they keep eating such plastic. You know what is the result of what do you think will result when a turtle keeps eating a lot of plastic bag? Tara, do you want to try? What happens when a turtle eats a lot of plastic bags?
It will die.
How as in how will it die? Because of the indigestion?
That because plastic has a lot of toxic stuff. So if they continue eating that, they could get poisoned or something and die.
Okay. Not so much of that, but good try. I think the plastic, right? For turtles, right, it is unable to be digested, and the worst thing is it gets caught inside their spiny, uh, uh, gastrointestinal tract. So, they are unable to vomit it out that readily because everything got caught in the spiny things, and then the thing is, plastic is light. They actually gives a lot of it actually makes the turtle very buoyant. Uh, so other than if a turtle gets fatter, right, they actually they get lighter because lighter in water because they tend to float. Fats float, but for plastic bags, they didn't gain that weight, and yet they are these plastic that are trapped in their intestines and stuff. They make them become lighter. So it makes the turtle sick, having difficulties in balancing themselves in water, and eventually their reaction to incoming boats and stuff becomes very slow when their health is no good, and then they get cut by propeller very very easily. So we have many not many lah, we have a few a year of sightings of carcass dead turtles where their shells are being when their carapace is being slashed open, and then those are the ones that we uh yeah that might have been unwell lah, to say. But of course, uh, yeah, we do need to take note of marine litter at a very great caution lah, huh? Okay, how about Hector? Hector, come back to you again. So would you have anything to add for this for the information that you have searched for so far? No, nothing. Hello.
What is it regarding to? Which information are you?
As in, do you have more things to share other than what has been covered so far, or anything you would like to ask about that that is not familiar to you or you want to know more about?
Okay, so from what I researched, there are two species of turtles that reside in Singapore. They are the green sea turtle, blue sea turtle. So I'm curious where do these two species of turtles usually live in around the world?
Oh, okay. Can. Okay. So yeah, you're right. We have two species of sea turtles in Singapore. One is the hawksbill, one is the green turtle. Okay, the green turtles are the ones that live near the seagrass, and we can find green turtles both in the northern parts. That means Changi there, Changi, Punggol, East Coast, Punggol, all these places, and of course in the southern islands where we have more of the seagrasses, like East Coast, Labrador, park, and the offshore islands lah. Yeah, the coverage of the green turtles is quite a bit lah. So they are found anywhere that there are seagrasses. For hawksbill is more they are more specific to eating sponges, corals. Yeah, that's when just now when Tara mentioned about the toxin. Yeah, about the toxin or something. Who mentioned it just now? Somebody mentioned about the toxin. Tara, right? Okay. So yeah, the toxin and stuff that are no, actually it's Eugene, I think. Yeah, so the toxins that are accumulated in the body of a hawksbill turtle can be substantial enough that if you eat a hawksbill turtle, you might get poisoning. Yeah, and there are there are people in Philippines, villagers in Philippines. Every year there are deaths of deaths due to caused by the consumption of hawksbill turtle. Yeah, so hawksbill turtle meat cannot be eaten. You can eat at least once. Yeah, you eat then you die. So once only. Okay. Then yeah. So the other the hawksbill usually lives in the southern waters because of the great amount of reefs we have. Actually not a lot, but yeah, they are happy with that number lah. There's one at Pulau Hantu. If you know where is Pulau Hantu, sorry, two at Pulau Hantu. Yeah, resident happily staying there, and divers have been tracking, have been taking their pictures and sending such information, this update to us and say, hey, there's sightings there. So we know that there are two residents at Pulau Hantu. We have 3 or 4 of them at Raffles Lighthouse. Yeah, because when we dive there, they actually stuck their head inside the coral reefs. Coral reefs is like a lot of crevices and cave. Then they stuck their head inside and sleep. Then we, the divers, go there and take picture. Then suddenly, he wants to come out and breathe. Then he say, "Walao, what is this?" Then yeah, we always, yeah, inevitably, stun these animals at night. But that was not frequent lah. That is an occasional event where we yeah, help when we do our surveys lah. Okay, so yeah, at the end of the day, okay, I think I need to close this session already. Let me see. Okay. Okay, let me get my slides. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, I think so. Okay, so I just want to cover some of the threats of yeah, when you encounter nesting mothers lah. So what happens is, okay, you can take a look at this particular picture here. Yeah, this is actually a mom taken in 2018 when there is when I happened to do the patrol, and this mom, right, actually have to cross over a huge chunk of rubbish, all these broken glasses and marine trash that always, there's so much marine trash every day drifting to our shores, and then it obstruct their way or even can hurt the turtles when they are doing their nesting. And it is a painful scene to see, because actually this turtle is also lame. Not the very lame lah. It's yeah, it's right. You see the right foot here, the right flipper here, it is actually injured, and it cannot dig properly. She actually went up at around 4 a.m. To lay her eggs, but she keeps digging with one side, one functional flipper, which hind flipper that didn't help much. Then at the end, it is daytime already. She stayed there for 3 + 4 hours. It's daytime, and she realized, oh, it's daytime already. It's long over the timing she should be laying eggs. Then she was hurrying back to the waters, and that's when I saw that she actually has one leg that is not moving. So I mean, there are not many a turtle of this size. There are not many predators, but for it to have such injury, I mean, it can be due to it's most probably due to marine trash, or even you know, getting caught or entanglement in some nets or stuff that, you know, for a long time it will basically basically have a big impact or a permanent impact on the turtle. And guess what? We saw this turtle again this year. Yeah, 2 years. She came back. Yeah, and she didn't manage to lay as well. Yeah, it's very sad to see such scene lah. The same turtle, you know, coming back, trying her best to lay eggs, but to no avail. Yeah. So sorry, I don't have any gory pictures for you because I was told not to give. Yeah, so another thing is, plastic bags that are floating in the sea. If turtles, you know, get as in makan all this, right, then at the end of the day they float, they become unhealthy, they get cut by propellers. Then you have a very smelly scene that people will call us up and say, hey, there's a dead turtle, take a picture. Yeah, we can't do much, but we can just use these pictures as educational and outreach material to people, to say that, to tell them that, you know, your plastic that you discharge into the water and other trash, it has an impact to big animals. Big animals don't die of another predator. You know, a big turtle is so difficult to be hunted down by a reasonably sized shark. But the thing is, they get injured, and you know, they can't fend for themselves properly. They eventually die. Big animals die because of us. Yep. So that is something I want you all to take note and bring home as the conservation message for the day, for the session. Yeah. Be responsible citizens. Yeah. Keep your trash. Yeah. Encourage people not to dispose the trash into the sea. And yeah, do coastal cleanup to make our beaches better for the turtles. Okay. Okay, Lisa, I think I am done.
Yes, you stop screen share, then so that
Hmm.
Thank you, panelists. Thank you, Guan Xiong, for today's session. It has been very enriching. Yes, although I really get that opportunity, very privileged to be involved in all those that just now Guan Xiong had shared. So we did nests, but just to let you all know that all this work that I get involved with, we actually have to go through training. And myself, training. So it's really for trained volunteers only. Just to maybe let you all know. And also because myself, I have been involved in turtle conservation work for many years, more than 10 years. I started with conservation work for turtle in Malaysia before I actually start working with Guan Xiong and his colleagues, because we only started this turtle project just a few years ago. So I started almost 20 years ago in Malaysia. So at that time we only know that, oh, turtles just go to Malaysia because that's it. Yeah, okay. So it's a long way for myself with every year, all this experience gain, and I'm still learning. All right. Okay, so thank you, panelists. Thank you, all the 6 young panelists today. So today, what we are going to do right now, okay, in our hope, why we are doing this session, why we are, take time to actually even to run this session over 5 days, during your school holiday. We really hope this all the young audience and the panelists, you learn something. So in our hope that in engaging you people, you younger generation, we can inspire all of you to become good stewards of nature. So be part of it, volunteer or help in whatever way you can. Join more, join talks to learn more about it. Sign up for a walk or whatever workshop that is available to learn more about this. Okay. So yes, we want to encourage you all to care for wildlife and our natural resources. So together, we can take action to protect and conserve our natural world. Okay, so now the Marine Conservation Group is a special group of the Nature Society of Singapore. So it was formed in 1985, and with the aim to encourage understanding and protections of marine nature in Singapore and Southeast Asia. So Marine Conservation Group support the society because the general society, we have got a lot of subgroups. So Marine Conservation Group is just one of them. So we have like the bird group, the invertebrate group, the plant group, So for MCG, Marine Conservation Group, so we actually support the society, activity, advocacy, and outreach function, all so-called marine related. So everything that is including scientific, we do survey, then we deliver scientific data needed for conservation and management of our marine and coastal resources. So the group activities are focused on limiting anthropogenic threats to the marine ecosystem. What does it exactly mean? That means meaning human, that means threats that are so-called imposed by human activities. Okay, and then it includes the endangered species monitoring, such as the horseshoe crab survey, which is one of our MCG longest running initiative, okay, to date. Okay, and then so I would like to encourage, okay, all our young audience here and family to join us to join us as Nature Society members, because in Nature Society, besides individual membership, we do have what we all call family membership. Family membership is very interesting because it actually like the entire family, father, mother, and children all can enjoy our activities together. So you can either contact, email, the email address is there, take a screenshot, or just call the 67412036 for the society office, and then you'll find out more about the our membership, or just go into the website, okay, www.nss.org.sg. All right, and yeah, so we just want to really do this final thank you to all our panelists, not just today, and also for every day this entire week, just for joining us and then sharing so much. And then, yes, of course, the last thing is you can also find out more about Nature Society just on our social media platform through this. So take a screenshot. So we are on Facebook, we are on that one, Instagram, yes. Okay, so just take a screenshot so you can find out more about us and Twitters and all the things. All right, so thank you so much. Okay, now I would like to invite everyone to turn on your video screen. We are going to take a screenshot, okay, a group photos. Everybody turn on your screen.
Show us the turtle if you have any turtles. I see that.
Yeah, I got many. Yeah.
You got many turtles?
I still got so many.
I got so many of this. Yeah, I also have a lot.
I got shot yesterday's session. No, the day before.
Okay, everybody come. Yes, it's good.
Everybody say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Just
all right. Thank you, everyone. Okay,
the
panel.